Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. It's Friday the 9th of February. Obviously, big game tomorrow, Crystal Palace at Goodison Park. A game we simply have to win. Players have been out this week. The rallying has gone around. Started with Ashley Williams. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has spoken and said that we have got the ability to find the consistency that Sam Allardyce craves at Everton. Has Sam Allardyce got the consistency we crave at Everton? That's the big question. But Dominic Calvert-Lewin has talked about the need to get put back-to-back wins together. We've needed that all season. But he has spoken about that and said, we had a good win against Leicester and we couldn't back it up against Arsenal. So it's really now, is it a case of can we back it up tomorrow? Can we turn in a big result? Oumar Niasse has had his say. They've got them all out this week, but it's all the unusual ones. It's not the ones that normally rally cry. Oumar Niasse has come out and he said that Everton will finish the season strongly. He said the squad is much stronger now. They've got Tosin, Walcott, getting players back like Funes Mori. Obviously, Seamus Coleman back in there. Leighton Baines close to coming back as well. So, with that added quality back in the squad, hopefully we can start to win some games and get that. Again, consistency is the buzzword, isn't it? It's like I say, it's a big game against Palace. If we can get the win, then obviously everything moves up a little bit. We can have a little bit more breathing space. We get closer to 7th. Obviously, Leicester City are by us and they go to Manchester City this weekend. So it's an opportunity to pull everything back into our grasp. Burnley are away, I think. So, it's a big game for us and it's a game we simply have to win. Last Saturday was horrendous in terms of a performance. It was so bad, that first half an hour. And we owe it to the fans, certainly the 3,000 that went down there, that we go out against Palace and we beat them. It's a team that we haven't got a great record against at Goodison Park, but ironically we're better away. But it's our opportunity to go out and really bounce back after last week's debacle, because let's be honest, that's what it was. Sam Allardyce has spoken about the defensive partnership, said he's got some tough decisions to make. Obviously Mangala there, Jagielka's fit again, there's Williams, there's Keane. Who does he do? Holgate as well. Personally, I think he'll go for Jagielka and Mangala, but who knows? It's a flip of a coin, but it is good to have the competition, but the competition has to come in and play well, and the manager has to actually just keep a consistent starting lineup. That's the key. That's the problem. Not 5 changes here, 5 changes there. It's not doing anyone any good. And again, I expect there'll be 4 or 5 changes tomorrow. So let's see. Tom Davies has also been speaking about his struggles this season. Said he hasn't had a good season, but he believes he's got the attributes that the manager wants in midfield. A high pressing game, gets forward, and Allardyce backed that up, saying he's caught his eye in training, he's a clever footballer. Just play him, Sam. Don't arse about with other players that don't seem to leave like a 3-yard space on the pitch. Play the likes of Tom Davies, who will work hard for you and give us that extra bit of energy, which means we can put the opposition on the back foot, because let's be honest, that's what we need to be doing. Other news, Wayne Rooney wants to be the Everton manager one day. He's done a big interview, spoke about, wanting to score at Anfield for Everton, said he's achieved that this season, and he's delighted with that, and he wants to one day become Everton manager. He also said that from next season he wants to start coaching the under-14s at Finch Farm, and start practicing, his coaching abilities there. He's going to finish his badges. And I think that'd be a great move, to have a player with that wealth of knowledge, that wealth of being there, done it, that wealth of talent. Get him on that coaching staff, player. Obviously, he's still hopefully going to be a pivotal player for us as well next season. But having, if you're a 13-year-old lad training at Finch Farm and Wayne Rooney's taking you someone who's still playing in the Premier League, but someone who has been there and done it, he's won everything. Every club trophy he could have won, he's won it. He's England's record goal scorer. You can't let that kind of knowledge and ability slip out the door, and it's key. And I thought it was really, really interesting, and the desire to stay at Everton and to do the stuff at Everton I just think it's fantastic, you know, and obviously I still think Wayne's got a hell of a lot to give. He spoke about his own position in midfield and said he feels he's better there. He said, but I need legs around me to go and do the other stuff. And it's good that he's acknowledging that, because he still is our best player. Well, certainly he's in the top 2 or 3 of our best players. And if we get the makeup around him correct, he will be a pivot. He could play another 2 or 3 years for us. Not obviously every single game, but he could be key for that. Got an eye for goal. You know, he gets another 4 goals. That's 15 for the season, which is a great return. You know, but we need to put the right people around him in that midfield to help him complement it. But I just thought that's the big one today. That's catching all the news, you know, all the stories, different things about United and stuff, but loads about Everton, loads about how he wants to become a manager, how he wants to stay at Everton, he wants to do it at Everton, how he's delighted to come back to Everton, he wanted his lads to play, see him playing for Everton Football Club, and, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? But we need him tomorrow. We need him to go out tomorrow and produce for us one of those match-winning performances, and another hat-trick would be lovely. So, I'm just going to finish on an important note. It's obviously a somber note. We mentioned it in our pre-match build-up show. Is that on the 29th minute tomorrow, a minute applause for Anthony Condor, and the young man who was out and murdered last week in Liverpool city centre, and he just gone out with his girlfriend and some friends for a night out and ended up losing his life. So a minute applause in the 29th minute tomorrow. Pass it on, spread it, let everybody, make sure everybody knows. It's our little bit, I suppose, as a fan base, what we can show a sign of strength and a show of support for his family who've had, you know, a young man taken away from them so horrifically, really. So everyone get behind that. Crystal Palace official Twitter feed has retweeted it as well today and sent a message. So, you know, I think that's fantastic. And I think, you know, football has a lot of it fight, you know, in fighting and, you know, banter, if you want to call it, and divisions of different things. But, you know, there's important times that we all unite as a football family, I suppose, as people who love to go and watch this sport. And I just think it's a big opportunity to help a family who are obviously going through the most traumatic event of their time. Listen, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. If you want more videos, join us on Patreon. Have a fantastic weekend, and hopefully Everton can deliver those important 3 points. Thanks for watching. See you soon on Toffee TV.